Hi everybody, this is Anne. The world of hand building and pottery is full of endless possibilities for creativity. Once you learn the basic construction techniques, you can alter the forms to make whatever shape you can think of. In this video, I'll show you how to manipulate flat slabs to construct a closed form. From this unique form, I'll show you 3 different ways that I altered it. I started by wiring off a slab from my clay block. I'm using Standard English Porcelain number 365. I rolled the slab to a 1/4 inch depth between 2 long rulers and ribbed the slab with a red rubber rib. I created these 2 template pieces for the project, which I'll provide for free for you in a link in the description section. First, I cut the banana-shaped template out with a needle tool. From a different slab, I cut the circular template out. I set both of these clay pieces aside and rolled out a long, thin clay coil. Back to the banana-shaped slab, I used a scoring tool and scored all the way around a 1/4 inch from the edge. I then took some slip and coated it on top of the scored section. I pinched the coil over top of the scored and slipped area to create this shelf along the edge. Remember to maintain that 1/4 inch between the coil and the edge. I used my fingers to work the edges tightly down on both sides of the coil. I placed a sheet of plastic wrap down on my work surface, and then the banana-shaped clay piece on top of that. Then again, I scored the outer edge and the side of the coil. I picked up the edges of the plastic wrap and centered the clay piece down in the inside of a 12-inch styrofoam half-sphere. Using the flat part of my fingers, I gently pressed the slab down to conform to the curved shape. I set that aside and brought the circular template back. I scored the vertical edge and just over the side to the flat part of the slab all the way around. I then slipped the outer edge along the banana-shaped template really well using a paintbrush. I took the round clay piece and folded it gently in half. Then, starting along both sides of the bottom center, I fit the edges of both together and pressed them closed. I used the curve of the styrofoam to hold the clay in place as I worked the edges closed. Since it was difficult to get the camera in there to see what I was doing, I finished up the rest of it on the mat. I just continued to press the edges together so the 2 template pieces came together and fit tightly. I repeated this for the opposite side. I pressed the clay in from the sides and then again along the bottom edge. I used my red rubber rib to strengthen the connections and smooth the clay. Now if you look at the piece from the sides, you'll see that by leaving it out of the styrofoam, gravity has created a little bulging on both sides. Because there's air trapped on the inside, I can try and press the sides back in, but the air pushes it back out. To remedy this, I cut a small hole in the top to allow the air to escape, then gently press the sides flat. There, that looks a lot better. Now I have the slope that I wanted. Now I can plug up the hole so it can hold its shape. For this piece, I wanted it to sit centered and flat. I set a level on the top of the piece and flattened it down just a little bit to get it just right. I decided to just cut holes in the top and make it a vase, so I made marks 1 inch apart. Ideally, I would wait until the piece was leather hard, but since the camera's here now, I'll go ahead and punch the holes. I used a larger hole punch for the center hole and every other hole. I used the smaller hole punch along the rest of the sectioned off marks, so I got this look. And when it gets stiffer, I'll clean it up more. Here's another version I made earlier, where I created 3 collars along the top. Jim thinks it looks like a submarine. I made this sample for the stencil video where I cut a lid out and attached a knob. This version is decorated by layering stencils. If you'd like to see the video showing you this process, see the link above. Now that you know how to make a closed form, I challenge you to think of other ways you can alter the shape and create a unique functional piece. I'd like to thank the newest members of our Little Street Pottery Research Facility team. If you'd like to join the team and earn a title, click on the Super Thanks button or the link to buy me a coffee. If you liked our video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. I'll see you next time in the studio.